month for me. It's been tough. I could be doing better.
So sorry to hear that. Mr. O'Farrell, I will be referencing an incident that happened on the 9th of August. Do you remember that day?
I do remember it vividly, unfortunately. I'd prefer to forget it, but you know, it's stuck there in my memory. A traumatic afternoon.
I understand. Mr. O'Farrell, did you come in contact with law enforcement on the 9th of August?
I did, yes.
Did you come in contact with Officer Hannah?
Yes.
What was the reason for your encounter with him?
I had robbed a cash exchange, and he was chasing me after said cash exchange.
Oh my god. Were you arrested for that?
I was, yes.
Do you remember how you were arrested?
Yes, he brutally beat me down with a baton multiple times. Even when I was off my vehicle, he then continued to beat me down.
Yo, JDT, thank you for the 14 months!
Was out of spite, but I have no way to tell.
Mr. O'Farrell, there must have been a reason. Did you threaten officers before this?
I did not such thing, no.
All right, let's hear the objection.
That question was vague.
Do you want to rephrase? But I'm kind of.
I can go over every specific threat if that is needed.
I'd feel more comfortable if we did that.
All right, then I'm gonna ask you to rephrase the question.
Mr. O'Farrell, did you talk?
Oh,
to
it's
the
this
officers
guy.
At any point during this chase?
Objection vague.
Overruled. She did narrow her question down. Go ahead.
Yes, I did. I spoke to them at the cash exchange itself.
Did you speak to them at any point after you left the cash exchange?
While I was getting beaten down, I yelled, "Please stop," but he continued to beat me down.
Was there anything said before this?
Not that I recall, no.
Did you make any verbal threats to officers?
Objection leading.
Rebuttal?
I am just clarifying any violence in said conversations.
Considering... I would limit the scope of this questioning if you're talking about threats being made, but violent acts isn't something that can be said with words, so I have to agree with Officer Hannah. Sustained.
Okay. I'll rephrase.
Appreciated.
Mr. O'Farrell, did you insult officers at any point before you were beaten down?
I did not.
Did you threaten them? Did you threaten to beat them down at any point before you were beaten
Objection asked and answered and leading.
He is correct again. Are you getting somewhere with going back to this line of questioning, or are you... What's the point that you're trying to prove here?
I am just making sure that I make it clear that he did not, or if he did, that he can say it, threaten any violence. The objection was sustained. Yeah.
All right, then that argument has been well heard by the court.
Okay,
The
I
objection
continue.
is sustained. Let's move to the next line of questioning.
All right, Mr. O'Farrell, were you warned by law enforcement before you were hit?
Objection.
On what grounds?
Speculation. How would he know?
Can you ask the question one more time just for my frame of reference?
I can change it to leading.
I know you can, Mr. Hannah.
The question was, were you warned before you were hit by police?
Yeah, overruled. She's well
To
within her
ask
right
and
to ask that
answered
question.
and leading again.
Objection leading.
Bob, you can't double... It's not double jeopardy. You can't object with his objection. Overruled. Keep asking the question.
Mr. O'Farrell, were you warned before you were hit?
I cannot recall, as I was hit in the head multiple times with the baton and got some skull damage, as you can see in the medical report too.
Mr. O'Farrell, you earlier on said you were hit repeatedly by Officer Hannah. Were you
Yes.
injured after said hit?
Objection,
was.
asked and answered, and leading.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Do a minor rephrase of that question for me.
Mr. O'Farrell, did you sustain any injuries after, as stated before, being beaten down
Objection,
by Officer
vague
Hannah?
and ambiguous, and leading.
Overruled.
Yes, I sustained many injuries, mainly towards my skull, as it took a lot of damage.
Do you know if there's any evidence of those injuries?
Yes, there's a medical
Objection,
report.
speculation, and leading.
Officer Hannah,
Screaming in this courtroom.
If she keeps asking leading questions, I'm going to object them, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, I do not agree with you. Overruled again. She is well within her right to ask these questions if there is evidence. She's proving probable cause. Please continue the line of questioning.
Can you repeat, just for clarity's sake, Mr. O'Farrell, is there any evidence of those injuries?
Yes, there's a medical report.
And how did you feel after you sustained those injuries, Mr. O'Farrell?
You know, I felt scared, threatened, and terrified by the PD. You know, anytime I saw them, I'd like freeze up. Fear would go down my spine. Like, I don't know what they were going to do to me. It was just a horrible experience. I had to go seek therapists after all that.
Did that hinder your daily life?
Oh, yes. Majorly.
No further questions.
All right.
Yo, you gotta talk. Get the announcement about the auction.
Shoot.
Take a look at the vehicle
Olly O'Farrell, did
thing
you rob a
and the
cash
Constitution.
exchange that's
I got
connected
done
to this
talking to
incident on the
Angel,
date
and she
of
doesn't
the
understand
9th of
how that's
August,
fucking illegal as shit.
2024?
Yes, I did.
Why did you rob a cash
Yeah.
exchange?
It's preventing felons from being able to bid.
You know, I was feeling like the manager there, he was, you know, a bit of a mean man. So, you know, I felt like I just did that. Didn't like the manager too
Claim
much.
to have brain damage.
Could you repeat the question? I didn't hear you there.
You claim to have brain damage.
Yes.
Objection. Opinion of a layperson.
Facts and evidence, is it not? Doesn't matter if it's an opinion of a lay person. I'm just repeating what was said by the plaintiff, as well as stating evidence that we currently have attached to the case.
Officer Hannah is correct. Yeah, overruled. Keep going with the line of questioning.
You have brain damage?
Yes.
How did you sustain brain damage?
I cannot recall. I've gone through a lot of head injuries.
I
throughout
fucking
my
told you
life,
this
but
guy's
one
got
of
brain
the
damage.
Major incidents which had
Fucking
been
knew it.
affecting me after our interaction together. I didn't get it medically proven as brain damage, but after our incident, I had trouble recalling things. You know, I couldn't do my daily tasks the
Oh,
same.
bullshit. This guy had fucking brain damage before he arrived.
It was like a really rough period of my life.
You know,
Can you
the
recall
secret
the
is
incident
it
in
was
its
tough.
entirety
situational brain
that took
damage when you're
place
just trying to
on
lie your ass
August
off.
This,
9th?
this guy was fucking crying on Twitter because we reduced
can't.
tow pay because this guy specifically was towing parked vehicles.
So earlier,
I'm just gonna be real. Homie got beat one time, and now he's gonna have to go to therapy for it. Maybe
As I
crime's
said,
not for
we
him.
had
Oh, Lord.
Wait, I'm gonna ask you both
Also
not
good to see you, Nino.
speak over each other. Let Hannah finish his questioning and then answer, and let him finish his
I was gonna say
statement
something, but it
before
was
you
kind of
respond,
fucked up,
Hannah.
so I didn't.
Can't be more fucked up than the shit he spewed on the stand.
No, it was pretty bad.
You want to re-ask the question so he can answer?
Where did the beating
Wait.
occur?
There's no medical report.
There is one, but
I
there's
do not
no
fully
actual
recall that.
like. He had head
Oh,
trauma.
I
There's not
see
really
it.
anything saying where it came from.
He had head trauma.
Uh, Not that I recall, but I
You just
myself
bitch made.
I'm a non-violent sort of guy. I don't
What?
really like violence, so I don't recall doing that, but I wouldn't
What
have.
does he want out of this?
600K.
Were you operating a
No
motorbike?
fucking way.
I was not.
Were you on the back of a motorbike that was being operated by someone else?
I was.
That person.
Wait,
aided
I'm not a.
your
Didn't they
fleet
rob a
from the
cash exchange?
bank or the cash exchange
And
rather.
kidnap somebody to rob
Yes, they
that
did.
cash exchange. But not violent, by the way.
Yo.
Gotcha. At what point do you believe that
Like an
Officer
innocent
Vic Hanna
bystander
used
ripping
too
someone off
much
the
force?
street, holding them at
Oh
gunpoint
my
in a
God.
laundromat cash exchange.
You know, I think at the time when I was off said bike and you continued to beat me down with the baton when I was pleading for you to stop.
Hey Nino, did you ever see that Rika's case guide?
So your claim is that Officer Vic Hanna beat you on the ground after he knocked you off the bike.
Finished? I don't know.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah, what happened with him? It's been
Yeah, pled he
pending.
was guilty.
He was?
Just the entire incident, to be honest. Everything you did
think
around.
Hold on, I
surrendered
want you to
himself already.
answer my question, Mr. O'Farrell.
Oh,
Your
evidence
claim
tampering, witness tampering,
is
whatever
that
that one
Officer
is what you
Vic
got.
Hanna repeatedly beat you while you were on the ground after you were knocked off the motorcycle. And that was the cause of your injuries.
That and the whole incident on the motorcycle, like, it's all the same beating down.
Tony, come over here.
Well, no, it's two different instances. You're saying that you were you hit off the bike.
Hey, Bobby.
And now you're saying that you were hit.
How
on
did
the
you
ground,
manage to be the least
that you were
bitch
beaten on the ground?
on that side of the fence?
Objection argumentative.
I'm not arguing. I'm just restating facts that he said. Back him in order to formulate a question that he can answer coherently, because he didn't answer the question directly. He said that so Jan, he made a claim on the stand that he was beaten on the ground, and when I asked him further questions about him being beaten on the ground, he then kind of slyly changed his answer to be like, well, I was on the bike. So what I'm just trying to narrow down here is if he can state he was beaten on the ground as well as knocked off the bike.
I could appreciate that you're trying to help, Ollie, but give me one moment. I can see the line questioning that Officer Hanna is trying to narrow, considering the testimony. Hannah, I am going to ask, just mindful of phrasing, but overruled.
Gotcha. I'm just going to re-ask a direct question.
Appreciated.
No.
Were you beaten on the ground by Officer Vic Hanna?
Yes.
Were you beaten on the bike?
Yes.
How many times were you beaten?
I cannot recall.
Did you get medical after the scene?
All right, you should get legislation going where criminals can just submit a safe word
is
that
screaming
when
for
the
help
PD is beating
and
them too
waking up
badly,
in
they
the
can say their
hospital
safe
with
word
a
and then it's just
fractured
over.
skull.
Oh
I think
my
it was.
God.
I can't recall if it was
I mean, most
exactly
people
that
aren't like
one, but I can
fucking
report in a
like this
while.
guy, you know?
Doc, I'm gonna be real. I have had some fucked up shit
So then
done to
what
me
it
by the
sounds
cops.
like
You
is
just kind of
that he
take that,
received
because if you're in that
medical.
situation, you kind of got yourself there.
Yeah, I'm surprised this even went to court.
I woke up in hospital.
Slow
so I
day.
presume
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Anna, I
You guys
motion to
missed it.
have
It
this
almost got
witness
thrown out
thrown
at
out.
the beginning.
So,
Oh!
his statement of claim, and then him
Wait, I
being
think
on the
Vic Hanna
stand,
asked for it to be thrown out because they didn't have
given
the LSPD
testimony,
here.
he can't recall some things that he's actually coming after the defendant for.
It looks like
Like,
they're suing
he's up
I'm gonna
here.
be real. The
He
cops
says
could
he
not
has a
even have showed
brain
up and he could
injury.
still
Says
lose
he's had
this.
several brain injuries. He can't narrow down the brain
Well,
injuries
Vic is arguing
when
that they were
that
suing
cause
him
his lapse
personally,
in
which they
memory.
kind
I'm
of
asking
are,
him
but they include the
questions. He's
LSPD
having
judge
blackouts
outside.
on
I say
certain parts
Vic kind of
the
an
incident,
asshole, but if you don't come at him, at least
right,
fucking have
that
something.
a pretty,
Well,
pretty
according to the
big
Riker
part
case,
of his case. It's not a big part of
if
mine.
LSPD isn't
I'm
there,
not here.
then whatever
You know,
they wrote
he's
isn't
here.
a sworn statement.
You know,
So
I mean,
What?
I don't see them
What?
referencing any other
What?
witnesses
Yeah.
other than this
Yeah,
guy.
read the
when there's
verdict.
plenty of cops.
You didn't
Oh
get,
my God.
Probably
perjury
lie.
because
as
it wasn't a
witnesses
sworn
as well.
statement.
Shazadabi
I'm
was
about to open a
also
business and
aiding
making sure people can't
in
make it
this
places on
guy's-
time.
Read the
Holy
verdict
shit.
again.
So I firmly don't
He didn't
believe
get perjury, but he got
that
evidence
given his
tampering.
state,
But
that this guy's a
you know,
credible witness to have on the stand. I motion to have him thrown out, and this
if
entire case
police
thrown out because of
statements
it.
aren't
You know
sworn
what's funny?
statements,
It's funny you
Round
say that though,
first
because
motion.
every time I've ever asked for like a
Please
fucking
silence
bench
your
trial
phones,
on shit,
Yep.
or like if I get picked up on stuff,
Prosecution, I'm inclined to
back in the
agree.
day,
Oh.
if
It was
any
always
kind of
declined.
rebuttal
Wait,
Like, well,
wait,
the officer's
denied,
not here. to defend-
wait.
I should keep him here, considering there's even a medical report attesting to brain injuries.
Your Honor, what that medical report does is corroborate what happened.
No,
to
it doesn't.
Mr. O'Farrell. Does that mean that he cannot have his day in court to listen, to have people,
I mean, just because you
to have a
can doesn't
judge
mean you
listen
should.
to his story and the injustice that is done? Does that
Not
mean
at
that
all,
anyone
wait.
who
It
gets-
doesn't corroborate.
Can I say?
Wait, let me. One moment. That is not what we are saying here. We are far more saying that he just cannot sit on the stand considering his injuries. It is not a viable way. However, you are still having his day in court. You are representing him.
Vic is way too good at this shit.
He is
I'm
recalling
gonna be
his
real.
best
Bobby could have probably done this on his own.
recollections, and
Yeah,
no, I'm
true.
still talking.
Oh.
He's
Ooh.
recalling to his best recollections as he can after such a traumatic event. He has
I
the
can see
rights to testify for himself.
I'm going to put forth my argument. She had the ability to get people who are credible witnesses that don't have brain damage that had something to do in this entire scene. There were multiple officers on scene. There were multiple officers in the cells. There were multiple doctors over at the hospital.
Tony just
There was a
unlocked the
person
core
on
fucking
scene
memory with that one.
aided in everything. There was tons of opportunity to get credible witnesses to come into this courtroom. What she chose to come in here is with the guy who's claiming brain injuries and put him up on the stand while ignoring all other available witnesses to this case that could have came in. There were multiple people and avenues, and no one's saying ma'am. No one's saying that your client can't have his day in court. We're here. He can have his day in court. But it's your job as his attorney to put forth the best
We're not
argument.
going to do that. We're not now. I'm all for you saying your argument, but we're not going to be saying how we're going to be doing each other's jobs.
Well, I mean, I think it's
I mean,
actually
Vic's
part
kind
of
of
the
hard
point.
carrying
She had
right
every
now.
opportunity to call up
And
credible
I'm stopping
witnesses
you
to
there.
come here.
You are no. All right.
May I bring something up?
Well, this is not a free for all. I have taken the motion into consideration.
Very careful. If she moves too fast, he might throw up with all that head damage.
Hannah, considering this nature of
I mean,
his,
it's a
injuries,
great
and
argument.
his
He has
testimony.
brain damage. How is he on the
motion to
stand?
have the witness testimony
Why is he on the stand?
of Olly O'Farrell is thrown
Why
out
are
at
we
this time.
forcing him to recount?
I
the
Oh!
evidence, you can still have a
Next
bit-
time I get ocean dumped, I'm gonna fucking
Oh yeah.
speak for myself on the
Appreciate
stand. What happened? I don't know.
Olly, at this time, you can step down.
Rough.
Who were you with? I don't remember.
All right. Prosecution, do you guys have any other witnesses? I know on the docket you don't, and we didn't.
No, but I'd
discuss
like to
any.
go over the evidence.
Amazing. Well, one moment. Defense, you guys didn't have anything on the docket either.
Good shit. Good fucking shit.
I'm so used
If
to
it goes
fucking
back
people.
up,
Hannah,
I can testify this guy's had brain damage for a long time.
Yes, Your Honor.
any witnesses?
Nino.
You guys didn't have anything on the docket, and
What?
you didn't say anything during pre-trial, but I'm just triple checking.
I
Bobby,
have
don't manage.
myself as a
Don't fuck
witness.
this up.
All right. Well, as the defense, you are well within your right to put yourself on the stand. So come on up.
Got you. Am I able
I'm
to
gonna go
ask
buy some bath
myself
cards. You guys
questions?
take
Because
care.
I don't trust this idiot to do anything right. I'm going to be honest.
I would rather you just have your statements during your closing, which I'll take as evidence. But if you are going to stand up here and ask questions to yourself, I'm going to also question, since in theory we just threw out another person for their mental state. I'm not entirely convinced with that one. I would say either trust Officer Charles to have the questions or have them in your closing.
I'll just have them in my closing then.
All right, great.
How is she gonna say that when Vic was the one that had to point out that he wasn't fit to stand
No, I
trial?
think you. Listen.
We gotta watch Alia's stuff.
Tony, you want to do this?
Wait.
Tony, you wanna-
All right, this is State Marshal Richard
I was
Dawes.
actually
This
gonna go downstairs to the
interview
auction.
Well,
is
we're not having any other witnesses. I guess we can just move ahead to closings.
I can open myself up to questions from
Wait.
from the plaintiff. I mean, if she
Mm.
wants to do it, she has me here. She can ask me questions. I mean, after her witness got thrown out, I'm willing to take the stand if she's willing to ask me questions. I bet she should have a lot for me, I would imagine, and that might help her.
That's
So,
a very good
yeah.
point, and I apologize. Prosecution, do you want Officer Hannah on the stand, considering you wouldn't have anything to redirect? It's just you going now to ask him direct questions.
Give me a minute.
Okay, you may take some time. No worries.
okie dokie.
Why isn't this redacted?
Vic, would this be a panel appeal? Oh, I'm headed downstairs. Have a good one, everybody.
I don't know. Ask someone that knows this shit. I don't know this shit. Ask the mayor. The mayor's a smart motherfucker. Ask him.
I have one question.
All right, then let me at least have Officer Hannah come and join me up
Well,
here.
Mr.
and
Chavez has
swear you
the
in.
parking stuff
Well,
going.
I mean, I'd like to be
Talk
asked
to me
more than one
afterwards,
question. I feel
motherfucker.
like all the questions she could answer me and
Yeah,
ask me,
Mr.
and she's only asking me one. That bothers me a little bit.
Unfortunately, it's not your place to question that. All right.
Well, then I'm gonna refuse. Then I'm gonna refuse.
No,
to
no,
do it then
I
if
can
she's only gonna
object.
ask
I
me
can
one question.
I can object, Hannah. Don't worry.
I mean, if she here's the thing, right? I mean, I'm willing to play ball with her, Your Honor. I know
mean,
that this court case.
Considering that you would be the defense's witness, you have every right to not place yourself on the stand, which would.
Oh,
deny her
Bailey's looking
questioning.
after this.
So it
Oh,
is
it's a
within
witness
your right.
list. Wait,
to say
where
no.
is?
If she has several questions and wants to, ask me fair questions, then I have no problem doing it. But if she's just going to say, I just have one question.
Oh, there.
Then
This
I'm not gonna take
is.
the stand.
All right.
Oh, it's still getting.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Are we all ready to proceed with closings then?
Get out of my spot, Bobby.
I'm ready.
So where's
All
the
right,
verdict?
Go right ahead.
Your Honor, people of the court, thank you for taking the time today to hear this matter out. Today we see the evidence of how a grave injustice was done to Olly O'Farrell on the 9th of August. He bravely had to relive that harrowing moment here today, that moment where he was beaten senselessly by Officer Hannah and his nightstick that he didn't even himself recall he had. According to evidence in the plaintiff's aid, the police report, his own statement. He, in his statement, recalls that he admits that he can't recall the suspects hitting people beforehand. He admits
They
not
should
knowing if
have
he hits
pushed for
the people on said bike
obstruction
2 or
of
3
justice,
times.
not perjury.
He, in said statement, admits to never having to intentionally hit him, but thus admits to hitting. What does that say of a police officer in our state? Let's move on to the plaintiff's medical reports. It shows the injuries that Mr. O'Farrell had sustained due to Officer Hannah's actions. It was critical on arrival in the hospital. Unconscious, a fracture in his
I don't know what he's
skull,
talking about. The
nausea and
cops.
vomiting,
I don't know
and
what
he
Tony was talking
diagnosed
about.
with a sincere
About LSPD
concussion.
not being there.
Your Honor, Mr. O'Farrell trusted that the people that have the safety of Los Santos in their highest regards would also have his safety in their highest regards. But nothing could be further from the truth. He had no regard for Olly O'Farrell. Even more so, he lacked any real care. Sure, he ended up getting medical, but is that like the least of your concerns after you just beaten someone down and you don't know how many times and you don't know why? He hit him not once, not twice, but at least 3 times, not even realizing that he was holding a nightstick. Afterwards, he showed no remorse, just carelessly admitting in his own written statement the day of the incident itself. No reason for hitting Mr. O'Farrell can be given, yet he tries to justify by mentioning SOPs? What SOP makes it so that the police department can just hit people without justification? And what would that mean for any other citizen in our state? Do I need to be scared about leaving the courthouse today expecting any officer to just hit me over the head with a nightstick? If I leave the building and they claim I was fleeing, the SOPs state they can do whatever they want with us, right? Your Honor, today you can make a statement about the safety of everyone here. We are not the PD's target practice. We hope you recognize the injustice done here and give Olly O'Farrell the compensation he deserves. Thank you.
Right.
Very compelling story and narrative that she spun there. I'm going to be very clear. There was a cash exchange being robbed. There was a victim who was being held hostage. There were firearms and other weapons present on scene. This is not a liquor store snatch and grab where someone's taking a Milky Way bar off the shelf. This is a cash exchange robbery with lots of money at play and lives at risk. All right, the lives were being put at risk by Mr. O'Farrell when he participated in a robbery, when he took a hostage, and when he fled from offices. And there was a lengthy pursuit. All right, now I stand here before you and I say this now firmly. I never hit anybody with a nightstick. I knocked individuals off a bike with a nightstick present, and other officers are there to back me and have told me that, in fact, officers were getting tackled on that scene, which is why I would pull out my nightstick and take care of these individuals. Now then, There are SOPs in place. But guess what? This individual, Olly O'Farrell, he's a career felon. He's robbed, done a lot of bad shit. And unfortunately, in this time, he got caught. Now then, this individual chose to put lives at risk, and he was dealt with swiftly. In fact, according to SOPs within the police department, the nightstick usage falls under less lethal, which is what it is. It is a less than lethal deterrent to a problem. I never struck anybody on that scene directly with a nightstick. I used the nightstick to get them off the motorbike. I did this 2, potentially 3 times. And I did not beat anybody on the ground. There were tons of officers around. I would have been dapped. I would have been punished. There would have been a real court case. That would have been a terrible thing to do. Even though I do think he deserves it, I operate within the confines of the law and I serve justice. What this guy did before the statement was thrown out is he went up on stand and he spun a tail. I never beat anybody down. Okay? These people were claiming that I hit them with a nightstick. I never hit anybody with a nightstick. I hit the motorbike. And when they were off the motorbike, I tried to cuff them, and I did not swing again and hit anybody else on scene. And there are tons of other officers there in the statements that correlate with everything to back everything up. I was not punished. This situation was brought to my command. I was deemed completely clear on all counts of violence within an interdepartmental investigation. I was cleared of everything. I am here today to assert that claim by my bosses, by my superiors, by my colleagues, that I conducted myself with the utmost professionalism on the scene to the level of which it is dealt with. All right, this individual got dealt with the way that he deserved to. All right, the injuries that he sustained, for all we know, he could have sustained his injuries at the hands of the driver of the motorbike when he had a vicious traffic accident. All right,
or he came
I didn't
pre-damaged.
hit anybody with a nightstick. And I don't see anything here really saying
He might have
that
already
anybody
been
was
brain
ever hit
damaged.
with a nightstick.
Yeah, he was. We
I mean,
established
to
this.
be fair, this goddamn, I wish I brought somebody in to go over this this medical report, because this whole medical report doesn't even make sense to me. All right, because it gives a debrief on everything. All right, but it doesn't really say, hey, how the hell did this occur during the situation? There's no, I don't see really anything here. I see severe concussion. I see head injury. I see nothing about blunt force trauma. The head injury, the severe concussion, that could have happened in the motorcycle crash. Who knows?
Oh.
All right, but that's it. I'm going to stop it there, and I'm going to sit down.
All right, thank you, defense. I'm gonna go deliberate. We'll be back in approximately, give me like 15 minutes just to go over everything in your guys' closings. And I'll make sure we
Nino,
have
did
a
you want to go
rough
check
5
on
minutes
the,
heads up before I come back in. No one's being held
What?
here. Court is free to leave.
the
but all
thing going on
parties,
right now?
please be ready to
The
return for the
fucking.
verdict.
Yeah, I'll go afterwards.
I got good news, Vic.
What's that, Bobby?
That I'm just gonna put appeal, and then we're gonna see where it goes.
Okay, so first off, that's not what you're supposed to do at all. Bobby, you really need to talk to somebody. Bobby, you really need to talk to somebody and make sure this shit's done right. I hate to tell you this. Everything. All right, well, Slick is a fucking moron. That Slick Rick guy is a fucking moron. All right, that guy did not know what the fuck he was doing in that courtroom. All right, that guy had no fucking clue. None. All right. You need to do this the right way.
Hey,
Bobby, you need to do something right.
lawyer lady.
Hello?
You looking for work?
Depends.
Okay, give me a call later.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, I'm the mayor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me a call later.
Nino
Oh,
Chavez.
suck my dick.
You don't even know who I am.
Yeah, you're the guy who fucking cries on Twitter because you can't make 10K an hour fucking moving, like, parked vehicles.
That was one time, like, 4 months ago.
Bitch, you were on that for like an entire week.
Nah, it was like 2 posts.
And then you called me telling me that you're selling moonshine.
Did I? Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry you got to deal with this guy, but I'm telling you, he had brain damage before he arrived.
I've dealt with worse.
It did have brain damage before he arrived. Hey, so
Yeah.
Bobby told me that you're going to be bringing some stuff into light about like idling and parking.
Yeah, there's the best way I can put it is
Oh my god.
things are being written based on feeling
No, I was the.
instead of what makes sense constitutionally.
Well, I showed you that report of what I lost on, all right? And that
Oh
was the
yeah,
judge that made that fucking ruling. This could go
it's
either way.
making my head hurt because the entire argument that was made around July 3rd was based on like Soze's court case, which was where does it say these things in the Constitution? And it's like everyone's going back to think the other way. Like I just got done talking to a justice about this VAF auction happening, and
It's happening downstairs.
yeah, well, here's what I said to him. I said, how do you prevent a felon from bidding on this? It's like, well, you know, I want to give civilians the opportunity. Okay, your feelings are nice. How is that legal per the Constitution? And I was, well, then people can get gunless. It's in the fucking Constitution.
If it's in the if it's a PD auction, it can be. I guess like I don't. I mean, is this the first time something like that's been done? A PD auction? Like, has it been done before?
It's a state one, but it goes against the Constitution.
No,
They need something explicitly in there depriving those with felon status. Effectively, you have to define what a felon is.
I get what you're saying. I mean,
Because like the gun, like she brought up the example of the gun, but it's explicitly noted in the Constitution, right? That felons
it's
can't.
actually unconstitutional to not allow them to buy cars.
Exactly.
Brain damaged people can no longer testify.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, look, I don't have too much faith in the Department of Justice, if I'm being honest with you. I'm kind of just going through the motions. That's why I didn't really care to get anything for this court case. You know, I'm just showing up. You know, that's how I'm doing. I don't really care. Plus, I mean, this court case, I don't think I'll lose this one.
Well, it goes back to the idle thing, right? Like, how do you pull that out of your ass that we now have idle status for a vehicle?
Yeah, and then how do they ascertain fact when there is none? Right? The fact that it's clear is that vehicle is out front of the goddamn hospital.
Pretty much,
right?
you could.
Bobby went in and Bobbied it up. The two of them. You were such a dumb motherfucker, Bobby. Because the both of them came running out of the hospital when we approached them on foot. Both of them ran out of the hospital together.
I get shot a lot.
You get shot a lot. The next time you don't fucking know, say I don't recall or I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but even then, right? If you do it with idle status, then think about how other cases where you're like, where words are being redefined. You know what I mean?
Idle in a no parking zone and see what happens. You'll get a ticket every fucking.
Oh, 100%. But the thing is, like, you could look at it like, oh, it's just parking. But you can apply this to literally every other charge and verbiage in what judge can just fucking redefine shit in the moment. Oh, actually, I think assault is this now. Oh, murder is this now. You know what I mean?
I got an idea for the whole idling thing.
What do you think?
So basically, idling should be permitted in legal parking areas, right? Like you can idle. In a legal parking area, like if you're idling in a parking space, if you're idling against the curb, all right? But idling is still the vehicle not being in motion. If you're not in motion, technically you're parked, all right? We just get it changed so that you can't idle with your tires touching the curb.
There's actually a third status too. I forgot what it's called though. Unloading.
Oh yeah, loading and unloading zones and stuff like that are usually like. So I noticed the big one is going to be the Flecker Bank off of Vespucci. You know, I mean the one off by the PD, by the park. A lot of G6 guys will fucking pull up on the fucking sidewalk, and I'll give them illegal parking tickets.
Yeah, because parking is inherently the only thing that is currently in the penal code. So
yep, that's it. There's nothing else that exists.
Without that being in legislation, where is this? Where are these other statuses coming from? That's how I look at it.
The thing I don't understand is, like, they should be
Standing.
designated loading.
That's
and
what I was
unloading.
thinking. It's standing, idling, parking.
And you know a lot about this.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, what do you think of the court case?
Well, I think it was a good
I
argument.
started to
If the
overcook a
guy's,
little bit at the end.
well, I don't think so. If the guy's got brain damage, how can he testify?
I already got that thrown out. Fuck.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I didn't hit the motherfucker when he was on the ground. I swung my nightstick 2, maybe 3 times. It was when people were picking up a bike and getting on it.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
At risk. They're lucky I didn't shoot him.
Yeah, he actually didn't he say on the stand like something along the lines of, "I'm not a violent guy," but the guy literally robbed the fucking. Wait, Tommy Tinka. Oh shit.
Oh God.
What? What, Bobby? Why are you saying it like that?
He got shot or something.
Is that one of your boys, Bobby?
Yeah, I know Tommy.
Really? What do
Man.
you know about him?
He's a good man. You know, me, him, and Carmine, trying to get a job in the police force right now. I think.
You are in the police force.
No. He was like.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a PPO somehow. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
What do you
suck
mean?
at
How
your
the fuck
goddamn
did
job.
that happen, Vic? It's because I'm
Fucking
good at my
awful, brother.
fucking job, Vic.
You're not. I ain't seen it. I took you out
Oh,
2
oh,
times. Each time was
oh,
worse
okay,
than the last.
Vic.
I don't understand how you got worse the second time I took you out.
You know what? You're fucking
regressed.
worse, Vic.
No, I'm pretty on the level.
I don't think you are, Vic, and you want to know who,
Bobby,
I
what's
know
wrong with your
somebody-
voice today?
Listen, I'm in an empty room with like a bed and that's it. I just got a bed in here.
Oh my god.
You need to get some fucking sound stuff. And you need to get like a bookshelf or something. Sofa.
I got one bookshelf.
There books on it.
No, I'm not a fucking nerd, Vic. I don't read.
You can get the little little fucking sound panels.
Yeah, those things are dog shit though. But if the room's small enough, it'll be better than nothing.
Yeah, wait, are they really not good? Well, actually, you know what the trick is? You
I'm
have
gonna
to
buy a bunch of carpet.
No, the key is your voice. How do I put this? There's something called a focal point. You have to figure out where the opposite focal point is, and then you put the padding there. So sound projects in a direction, right? In a cone, and you have to kind of calculate where it's bouncing off, and that's where you're supposed to put it. So you don't even need a lot. You just need a little bit. Am I making sense?
Yeah, that makes
Look up audio
a lot of
focal
sense.
points.
Bobby, if you don't understand what he's saying, just tell him you don't understand what
Yes,
he's
I
saying.
do understand. I got 4 walls, and then when I'm talking, one of those
you're in
walls.
a prison cell.
This is not a prison cell. This is actually. It's called living the bachelor life, Vic. All you need is a goddamn bed and a TV. That's all you need in life.
Yeah. You pretty much
Well, what
just got
about
a pad
pool?
in front and behind. That's it.
Okay, fuck pools, Vic. Who the lakes are better? Yeah, what you gonna say about that, Vic?
I would much rather be in a pool than a dirty ass lake. I don't have to worry about homeless guys shitting in a pool.
Wait.
I gotta worry about them shitting in the lake though.
Are you in a dorm room or something?
Oh no,
Do you go
no,
to
this
college or something?
No,
You doing something
this
with
is
your life?
legit just a room.
A college?
No, it's an apartment.
Oh shit! Is he a junior year?
I am not in college. I'm living life.
It's obvious you didn't go to fucking college. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, Vic, I could go to fucking college right now if I wanted to. And you know what? I might just do it, Vic.
Well, yeah,
Fuck,
you
that's
just
fine.
fucking pay the fucking tuition.
Yeah, what for community college? Yeah, anybody can go to community college.
You know-
Nimrod.
No, University of Kentucky. What you think about that, Vic? I think it's like an average school.
I think you need some education. Yeah, that might help you. Maybe you should do that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, what would you even go for? I mean,
I
you're
got
a
like a
terrible cop. Maybe you could go for criminal justice.
I got a 14 on my ACT.
14
Yeah, 14. You know, like
out
the
of
test that
100.
I
Wait,
think
what
it's
the
like,
fuck is
ASVAB?
ACT?
It's like it's the ACT. It's like the thing that you take like junior year of high school.
What?
It's like a test that
You
like
mean
you
SAT?
take.
Yeah, brother, you didn't even get.
Is that
It's
the
like
same thing?
36
Hold
is the max on that.
Wait, what is
I
an
think-
ACT?
Is that like a Kentucky thing?
No, I've heard of the ACT.
What? Okay, now I got to look this up.
All right, so
Yeah, the ACT's real.
what were your grades like?
Got, like,
I'm betting
got
not too
C's
good.
and D's.
C's and D's? Brother,
Yeah.
even I got all A's and B's, and I didn't. I barely even went.
Yeah, but you know, I had a lot more other things to worry about, like smoking
Brother, I was
weed
literally,
behind
I
the
was literally,
greenhouse.
yeah, I was literally doing all that, but still passing
Wait,
everything.
is it
was
a-
goddamn easy?
Is it an alternative to SATs?
I don't know. I just took one time.
Did you take SATs?
No, he didn't.
No,
He
I've only
obviously
took an
did.
ACT. I think you
What
take the
the
SAT
fuck?
when you're like applying for college.
What is that? What about, brother? You're something else. Yeah, one time I had a class where I didn't even really do anything. I had the highest grade in my entire school, and I remember that when they tell me that I was sleeping in the class.
Okay,
blitzed
Vic.
out of my fucking mind.
I was also very, very smart, Vic.
I mean, I went to private school, and then when I went to public, I went to private school where I had to fucking maintain A's and B's.
It just
And
just
then
all fell off
And then I
after
went to
sophomore
public
year.
school, and I felt like I was in a special needs program.
Public school
Oh,
is not that bad, Vic. It's,
Public school is fucking piss easy. It is fucking stupid. I most of the stuff when I was in high school, most of the stuff I already did when I was in 7th grade. It's goddamn ridiculous how crazy it was. The difference. It was fucking easy. They told you didn't even have to do your homework. Homework was like 30% of the grade when I went to private school.
Yeah, you ever did health and wellness? That was pretty hard.
the fuck is health and wellness?
What
That's
is
where
that?
They talk about penises and stuff.
Yeah, I did that in elementary
Oh
school.
my god, did you ever have the
fuck.
baby?
What?
The baby?
I did that in 4th grade.
They gave you a baby in 4th grade?
You did that? You had to do that in fucking high school? I did that in 4th grade.
Yeah.
I
Gave
did
you
take a health.
child
I think
in
I
fourth-
did take
you
a
are
health
child.
class too in like fucking middle school.
You know,
I don't remember taking one in high school.
I think in like 5th grade, I had to draw like, we had nude models and shit.
You're lying.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It was 5th grade, 5th and 6th grade. Now that I think, I mean, it was you know, international
No
schools
wonder
in
you're so
Germany.
fucked up.
Yeah, they had
Bobby, are
them
you
come in
special
and they
needs?
just sat in a chair like with their dick
No.
and fucking titties hanging out.
I rode a normal bus to school, Vic. Not a short one.
Bobby, are you special needs?
I rode a normal length bus to school.
But was it
Yeah.
normal for you and your friends or?
Was it normal? What's normal for you might not be normal for everybody else. Did you
Vic,
play any
for you-
sports?
Of course I did, Vic.
What'd you play?
Did Ollie
Football.
ride the bus with you?
Played football.
Yeah. Played lots of football, Vic.
I bet you were a senior on the JV team, huh?
That's not true. Actually, somebody from my high school went to D1
Yes,
college.
I
What you think about that, Vic? But D1 in
What position
Kentucky's
you
like
play?
really dog shit. Running.
I bet I would have thought D1 in one of those poverty-stricken states would have been meant some up there. I mean, what else? do
It's
they have to
not
look for in
that
Kentucky?
poverty down. It's pretty average.
I hear
To-
it's far below average.
You
in
know,
Kentucky.
to be fair though, Bobby, I mean, you are, you ran for the mayor up north, and you probably would have been the smartest one in the county, for what it's worth.
Honestly, you probably would have been better than the current man up there.
Yep.
At least he would have done something.
Yeah. I kind of wish that she would have gotten in there, Bobby. Would have been a lot.
You know, I have a
lot
plan
better
to
of an
build a wall, by
experience.
the way, Vic. You know those barricades we can buy? We can
I
just
heard you were
place all
turning
those
Polito
down.
into Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh my God. I saw this like video 2 days ago of like a border that someone made in a very similar county, and I just started crying. It looked, oh my God. Everything. I'll send you a copy of it, Vic. It's just.
I think I
all
saw
what-
that too. I saw.
Oh
yeah,
my
it's like
God.
skyscrapers and Polito.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah, I see that.
Oh
yeah,
my
I see
God.
That.
No, and the
It's
border
fucking
was
funny.
fucking huge. Oh my God. It's just all the things that could have been.
Yeah, you could have had like a Tropicana up there. You know, you could have fucking.
Oh my God.
Could have fucking really
mean,
done
still can
something
be,
up there,
you know.
Polito, Bobby. I mean, I don't know what Andy Jones does.
They passed a clamp law.
Lamp law, what's that?
Like they're trying to pass it right now. Hold on, let me see.
You know what,
It's
Vic, I'm
like
gonna
how
apply for
you
a
can
goddamn
use the
college
clamp.
Right now.
What'd you say? What'd you say there, man?
It's up on the City Hall site if you want to take a look. But it's pretty much the rules as to when you can and cannot clamp. Yeah, you have to go to the forum. It's not on MDT yet.
Oh. Wheel clamp guidelines. But is this something that was like real important? Because I don't even see. I can't even remember the last time I seen anyone fucking.
I don't know.
Fucking illegal pocket.
I mean, that's most of the shit. It's all guidelines, that which technically isn't legislation. Because if it's a guideline, then you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like counterintuitive.
You know, Vic, I used to know a guy who towed a lot.
Yeah, who's that?
Kyle Pred.
You think he would be
Fuck
happy
that
about
guy.
this?
Yeah, you know, I was actually the leader of his tow union. It was called the Bobby Charles.
Hi,
Tow Union.
Grayson.
Hello. How is it still deliberating?
That's what's crazy.
Yeah, probably finding a way to fuck me over, probably.
Yeah, I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Fuck it. All I know is that I might need to borrow some money there, man, so I can pay off this loan to Marlo.
Wait, for what?
I might
The
go
vehicle?
broke today. This guy's seeking $700,000 in damages.
For what?
I don't fucking know. His brain? Yeah, fuck his brain. I'm glad. I bet you it's like a
Oh,
scrambled
this
egg up in that
guy
fucking
is.
shit.
Oh, there is no way that this guy wins, because if he wins this court case, then you can never use a baton. Because this is a
love using
very.
the baton.
Huh? Yeah, well, you have to.
I love
like,
using it.
yeah. So.
Okay, so tow workers. All right. So when the vehicle or item being clamped is abandoned on your personally owned private property, when the vehicle or item being clamped has been marked for tow, and you can't. So what the fuck is this? That's not a claim. Is this statewide or is this
No,
just up
just
there?
Blaine.
How does this help anything? I mean, if someone parks a car illegally, you clamp it. And then you have it picked up for tow. And then they're supposed to. So the point of a clamp is when, all right, I'm getting pissed off. The point of a clamp is that you put it on somebody's illegally parked car and they come back out and they see that it's fucking clamped.
Yes.
That's the point of it.
Yeah.
That's the point of a fucking tow clamp. Is you walk back out. Oh, shit, the meat.
I
God
gotta
damn it,
go
I'm
call a tow guy.
I gotta call a tow guy here. I gotta. My car's clamped.
Holy fuck! What is happening right now?
Legally, could I technically build a wall?
I mean, you could build a wall on your property.
You could put a little fence on your front yard of your apartment. Put a little
If you don't
fence
have an
out there.
HOA.
Yeah, the barrio does not have an HOA at the moment, but I am thinking of constructing one.
I mean, technically, if Los Santos County doesn't have an HOA, can't we build a wall
Bob, you
on
ever
like the
feel
border?
like you think about doing a lot of things, but then you just
Oh,
do
we'll be
none?
returning to session in 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Wait, is that Grayson's wife?
Or maybe. You got the same last name.
Hey, Marshall Grayson.
Yes.
Could you come over here real quick? Is that your wife or daughter?
Oh, I'm not related to that woman. I don't know her at all.
She's a Grayson, though.
Spelled with an A.
Oh, you're with an E?
Yes.
Oh, so she's like American?
I think so.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't
She
know.
still could be related. Maybe it's like your relatives that came to America and then changed the E to an A kind of thing.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Wait, you guys spell it with an E?
Yeah, Grays with an E in the UK.
Like even the color?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think the LSPD sergeant Vivian Gray is also with an E. Yeah.
Holy
That's
fuck.
right.
We
Damn,
spell
I
it with
wanna
an
do
A, right?
program.
Yeah.
Can we do a Billy Madison style program for Bobby Charles where we make him go to every grade for a week to see if he passes?
That's such a good idea.
Oh, Bobby, just so you know, my legal syllabus is almost ready, and you're first. You and Carmine, you're first.
What?
All right, Bobby,
Yeah.
you clutched it. You got the shit, Bobby.
You know what?
It's
You
gonna
know
be
what, Grayson?
homework and everything.
Oh! You know what? My legal syllabus is ready for you.
You threatening me?
Damn it!
I know I said I gave it 5 minutes, but I think everyone's here, correct?
I
Yeah,
think
we're all
so.
here, Yana.
Yeah, all right, let's get this going then. All right, court's back
I
in
didn't
session.
notice
I
gray
have
and
reached
gray are
my
two
verdict.
different things till it just hit.
All right. The court carefully reviewed all evidence presented during the trial, with particular attention given the credibility of the material evidence provided. Upon hearing the evidence brought forward from the plaintiff and defense, the court has found a severe lack of witness testimony or articulation from either side. The argument was made of the severe head injuries sustained to Mr. O'Farrell's person, with the evidence of a medical report provided into evidence. However, there is no expert witness to illuminate the cause of the injuries where the report sufficiently lacked an explanation. If anything, the singular wording nature of the medical report shows the court evidence to a singular push from a motorbike. Considering the nature of the initial incident stemming from a violent crime that Mr. O'Farrell did plead guilty to, where he was also fleeing from a scene recklessly and at high speeds, the court can see from the evidence today that Officer Hanna was acting in his profession as a law enforcement officer, and this court finds him not liable to the damages proposed by the plaintiff. And so this court rules.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate
All
everyone
right.
being here today.
All right.
Hey, you didn't have that nub the last time I saw you.
At least shake my nub.
I don't want to touch your fucking nub.
You don't want to touch my nub? Okay, Bobby, we'll
Don't touch his
well,
Bobby. Don't
my
touch
nub.
his nub. We don't know if that thing's been disinfected. Don't touch that nub.
Is he soliciting people to touch his knob?
Like, can you wiggle
My
it
nub.
one more
It's
time?
my nub, like. Wiggle it one more time. Not the celebration wiggle.
I apologize.
You can celebrate for me. Yeah, I won. Go ahead and celebrate for me. Come on, wiggle that nub.
Fuck
Nah,
you, Vicana.
Oh, fuck you, Olly O'Farrell.
Fuck you, Vicana.
Fuck you.
You guys both had a very good court case. Let's please leave on civil terms.
I need to put a bar complaint in against my opposition.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh my.
I saw Knuckle Dusters there.
Stop.
Stand your ground applies to
telling
people
you,
around
freeze.
me too.